zero, essentially, down by 4-5%.
We're down over 16%. The stock market is now down 21%.
The scenes we just showed you were in 2008 in the United States, a severe financial crisis. It is the second worst economic crisis in the history of America after the Great Depression in the 30s. It then moved from the US to other countries, causing an unprecedented global economic and financial chaos all over the world. The chief reason for that crisis was the greedy financial institutions and major banks that facilitated overborrowing without control. Nevertheless, a mysterious and interesting player was going to appear at that time and would change this whole global financial system later in the future. What player? What changes? Today we're going to talk about the new world of digital currencies and how they are likely going to change the entire global financial system in the future. On August 18th, 2008, the same year of the crisis, during this theatrical chaos, a domain or website appeared quietly on the internet with the address of Bitcoin.org. It was registered by an unknown person with an identity protected through the WhoisGuard service. No one knows who he or she is, nor what this site is exactly for. This was the case all along the first 72 days. Then, on October 31st, a crypto mailing list appeared on Metzau.com, announced by a person or group of people no one knows. Under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, they claimed that they had worked on a new, fully functional electronic peer-to-peer monetary system. Through this system, a currency called Bitcoin will be traded and exchanged among individuals directly and privately. Third parties are excluded, as well as other central monitoring authority. And with the announcement, a file containing all the details was published called the White Paper, which later became the Bitcoin Constitution. This was the first appearance of the mysterious character of Satoshi Nakamoto on the internet, and the first time the world knew about the new monetary system, as well as the entire process of currency production, exchanging and dealing through the White Paper, a 12-year-old written guide that revolutionized the global financial system, a revolution that is still going on and its effect is increasing non-stop. The posts that were published under the name Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008 and 2009 explicitly stated that the reason for creating this digital monetary system was mainly to remove external intermediaries who had to be present to make money transfers. Intermediaries such as banks, credit card companies, and others are the system lords who make huge profits annually from transaction fees, unlike transactions in Bitcoin, which will be zero fees. If we take a look at the net revenues of Visa Company last year, for example, in 2021, revenues exceeded $24 billion, an increase of 10% more than 2020. Last August, the net revenues of the banking and investment services giant JPMorgan exceeded $121 billion in 12 months. Another reason for Bitcoin's innovation was the problems caused by traditional currencies, exchanging that are being controlled by central banks that are controlling the wealth of nations in favor of a limited class as a result. Consequently, chaos or crises that occur in the monetary system due to financial institutions. Misconduct is born almost entirely by consumers and taxpayers. As happened in 2008, central banks can also waste individual savings if they decide to print money in order to pay off their local debts, for example. This in the long term leads to an increase in money circulation. Thus the inflation rate rises, consequently squandering the value of individual savings by reducing their purchasing power. The inevitable end of this series is a deterioration of their living standards as a result. On the contrary, in the Bitcoin monetary system, as a possible future alternative to traditional currencies, such problems and risks do not exist, as there is neither third party in the transactions nor a central authority that possesses tools through which individuals may be impoverished if those intermediaries misconduct. This was a quick talk about the emergence of Bitcoin. As the first and most famous cryptocurrency in the world, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Activate the bell so you won't miss any of our videos. See you. Goodbye.